You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign. KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
I am Conor McGregor, multiple weight MMA champion. I'm a fighter and I've been through many battles in the octagon. Many consider my fights in the octagon heroic, but the real life heroes are those men and women who fight to protect us every day. The real life fighters, the real life heroes, are the firefighters and police officers. These first responders are true heroes, because these brave men and women put themselves in the line of danger every single day protecting us all. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation ensures that first responders from fire, EMS and police departments who are killed in the line of duty with young children have a home without the burden of a mortgage. They are my heroes. They need our help today. I'd like to ask you to join me in donating $11 a month to support their efforts. Your $11 a month honours and supports our first responders. Please call now at 1-844-BRAVEST or visit tunneltotowers.org.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu and drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
The way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this. Ha!
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody?
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Otherwise known as Chat Live's Matter Night Live right here on KLRNradio.com. We are your closing act, and we're back, bitches! It's Rick and Ordy, and this is the Rick and Ordy Show, and I feel like it's been forever since we've done this one, because Ordy's boss keeps trying to kill him.
It's not, actually, don't blame him. It's the time of year, man.
No.
It's my busy time of year. What sucks is I really didn't get any downtime because I had to do all those Nevada runs. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff has like just been piling up that I need to catch up. But fuck work. Anyway, no, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love my job. I really do. I get to be outdoors all day long, even though I'm making ball soup this time of year. But fucking, you got to take the good with the bad, right? It's 100 degrees right now.
You take the good. You take.
Hi,
Oh,
how
wait,
are
my
you?
bad. I'm doing all right. It's been a long day for me. I'm on my 6th hour of broadcasting. I've put out 2 stories and I have 3 more ready to go, and still trying to figure out when the hell I'm going to start writing for my own paper. Did I mention I'm a workaholic? And apparently I'm trying to do too much. Anyway, so yeah, there's that.
Where the hell is it? There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I kept trying to mute Discord so I wouldn't cough in the microphone, and then we're on Restream.
Yeah, there's a mute button there, I think, but yeah, it's not there. It's not in the Discord.
When I'm down with my appendix, I think I'm gonna pull the trigger and get a new motherboard and rebuild my computer again. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to find just a way to do general mute no matter what I'm in on my Stream Deck. Because
I mean, you could get a smaller version of the unit I have now and have a built-in mute button. I'm just saying.
No, I've got this awesome Stream Deck. It's the mini. It's really cool because it's got you can program infinite folders within it too. So, but anyway, or either that or just map it to a mouse button because I got one of those gamer mouses that has all those buttons on the side.
I don't know. It's Pride Month, so shouldn't we be saying gamer mouse? No, I'm just kidding. It's a gamer mouse.
I know I said this the other night, but when we were doing FUBAR last week, but Pride really seems subdued this year.
I think it's because they figured out that they've kind of screwed up. I mean, I'm just being honest. I think they've kind of... Well, everybody but Kathleen Kennedy at Disney has kind of figured out that the gay card and the lesbian card has been the fuck overplayed.
Yeah, the trans card. I mean, I've said that too, is that they overplayed their hand. They know they've done fucked up, and they have undone 30 years of goodwill in the span of half a decade.
Well, and the funny thing is, I mean, I've talked about this before because, this is kind of the month to talk about it. But 30 years ago, they just wanted to be accepted and left alone. So we gave them that. And then the more vocal, crazy ones were like, oh, not only should we be accepted, but we don't want to be left alone. We want to be celebrated. We want to be revered. And we're like, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't get celebrated. I don't get revered. Hell, unless you're, let's just be honest for a second because Father's Day is coming up. I don't know about you, but I know moms get treated a hell of a lot different on Mother's Day than fathers do on Father's Day. And that's just always been the...
They try to co-opt that shit too.
Yeah, well, that's always been what it is. I mean, honestly, that was one of the things that used to piss me off working for the gay district for as long as I did, was because before Pride became a month, it used to be a week. And it was the weekend in Oklahoma, it was the weekend before Father's Day, all the way through Father's Day. So I was working my ass off that entire week. So I had kids that were like, we never get to see you on Father's Day. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's my busiest week of the year for these people, and I need tons of people, and I have to be one of them because we're... Yeah, so it was just... But yeah, it was just one of those things. I'm like, so since you hate breeders, you keep me here on Father's Day. You suck.
Right.
You suck. But now apparently there's gay pride parades all June now, so I'm really glad I don't work in that area anymore or do that kind of work because I can't anymore. I just can't.
Well, every day of the month except for the 16th.
I thought it was the
19th.
19th. Because, yeah, that's the other thing that really kind of tripped me out because I missed this somehow. But I guess on Monday the 10th, Joe Biden had a Juneteenth celebration at the White House. And I'm like,
9 days early.
That's 9 days early, dude. But then that's not even the weirdest thing, right? So old dude was just standing there while everybody else was dancing and, doing their whole snapping the fingers and grooving to the music. He's just standing there stiff as a board, grinning like the Cheshire Cat again. And I'm just like, does he even know where he is? Because it doesn't.
But that wasn't the most cringe thing of that.
What was the cringiest thing from your perspective? Because I might have missed something.
That was Heels Up Harris's husband doing the finger gun dancing.
Is that who that was? I didn't.
Yeah.
I saw finger guns somewhere. I honestly thought it was her doing it.
She was too, but he was absolutely. he was full. It was a very cringe version of White Boy Summer.
But yeah. So for anybody who's wondering, the same administration that made Juneteenth a holiday, which is short for June 19th, because that was when most of the people of color finally realized that they weren't slaves anymore. Well after the actual end of the Civil War, by the way. His administration made it a holiday, then pulled the trigger and celebrated 9 days early. And according to Stacey, it was because he wanted to make sure that Hunter was able to attend the White House celebration. I don't know.
That just reminds me of that line from Caddyshack when they were complimenting Spalding on his weed. He's all, "I got the best stuff. I got it from a Negro." That's why Joe wanted to make sure that party happened so that way Hunter could get the best stuff.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. They've already found blow in the White House wands. I'm sure there's probably more.
Yeah, I don't think that was Hunter's. I think that was Joe's.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it was.
They're doing fucking everything to keep that man moving. Guy's probably doing more cocaine than I ever did at my peak.
Yeah.
And that's just to get to the fucking helicopter. Then they have to sedate him for the flight. And
yeah. I mean, think about it from this perspective, though. If that is really what's going on, the combination of uppers and downers and uppers and downers and uppers and downers is not helping this poor old man. I'm just saying.
I want you to think of how far we've come in the last 80 years. Because remember FDR, they built a special ramp on Air Force One so they could sneak him into the plane so nobody knew he was in a wheelchair. Now we just got somebody sundowning on live TV.
I mean, it tracks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like what Stacey said on whatever.
I'm going to do my meme. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's kind of like what Stacey said on whatever today. We now live in the realm of reality TV, but it's politics.
Yeah. That's
that was a description I really didn't need because it's way too apt and it kind of made my brain hurt. I keep waiting for the bait and switch though, because reality TV always has a hook at the end somewhere, and I'm just like, anyway. But yeah, so the Democrats are trying to prove the criminal justice system isn't as broken as we think it is, because Hunter Biden was convicted.
Of the 10,000 convictable felonies that were on that laptop. Oh, by the way, New York Times still carrying water that not everything on that laptop has been proven. Yeah, it has. It's
for it to
the contents of the hard drive and the cloud drive were identical. So yikes.
Well, and the other thing is, for it to be able to be admitted into evidence, there had to be a clear chain of custody. So they had to have established a pedigree of, these files match these files, and it hasn't been out of anybody's possession since this date, and it's been with us since this date. So pretty much everything on this damn thing is valid, or they never would have been able to enter a single bit of it into evidence, or an attorney that was even half worth his job would have been like, this is inadmissible because we can't verify it.
Right.
And these are the reasons why. So, and that's kind of what I said today, and I'm on X, and I'm starting to think that I may be being followed by politicians or something, because I specifically said, now that we know the laptop is valid and logged in as evidence in a federal case, two things should happen immediately. Garland should be impeached, which they're now looking into, by the way, and any illegal acts recorded.
Actually, he was. Garland was. No, Garland was held in contempt of Congress.
Well, yeah, but they're also looking at impeachment now. I saw that earlier today, too.
Catching up. I've been out all day.
I know. I'm not judging you, sir. I'm just saying I actually saw a Chiron come across that they're now considering impeachment now that he's been held in contempt of Congress.
Nothing will happen. Nothing happened to Holder.
Yeah, well,
I mean, they just sentenced that fat fuck Bannon.
Yeah. Which,
dude, that every time I see that guy, I just play Spot the Mustard Stain. You know, there's one on whatever he's wearing. You got to find it.
He reminds me of the fat dude from The Simpsons, whose name escapes me right now. But
you know why? Yeah. Oh, the comic book guy, or the
the comic book guy.
okay, well, you know why I despise him. So this even goes before the whole Trump thing. I mean, I don't even care. The dude got really, really rich as running WoW gold farms in China.
Well, I mean, if you can do
I
it.
don't know what that is. It's the it's the gold farmers in China who spam WoW chat. 10,000 gold for $29.99. That's how he got super rich.
I mean, I'm not mad at him about it though. I kind of wish I kind of wish I would have figured out how to do that. I'm just saying.
I mean, there's prostitutes, there's child molesters, and then there's WoW gold farmers. That's social strata, and I like prostitutes.
Well, I mean, you're awfully close to Nevada to not like prostitutes.
Yeah, it's legal there, you know.
Giggity,
I
giggity.
insist. Nevada needs to
Giggity,
change its state
Stick
motto.
around.
Yeah, that's probably legal here.
That would be a good motto for them. So speaking of Nevada, just because it's kind of relevant since you brought it up, one of our favorite resident comedians just spent a week in Vegas and was complaining about how dead it was the entire time. Thanks, Biden.
Oh, Loftus?
Yeah, he just did a stint at Garrett's Comedy Club, and he was like, "Dude,
Okay.
it's
That's a fun place, by the way.
He's like, "It's fucking dead."
Yeah. Well, okay. One, you don't get a lot. Let me qualify this. You don't get a lot of American tourists in Vegas when it's over 100 degrees. Most people go to Vegas spring, winter, and fall. The Europeans fucking love the heat. Boggles my mind too because they drink warm water right off the shelf. It's like it's 100 degrees and you're grabbing the warmest bottle of water you can find. Oh yeah,
Well,
sure, it's good
for reasons though. They have reasons. I don't know what they are, but I'm sure they have reasons.
I don't know, it's because they're also ran former empires don't have refrigeration.
Hey, they're the ones that reminded us that you don't necessarily have to refrigerate eggs. So I kind of anyway. Until you wash them, then you have to refrigerate them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Like
what's
everyone has glaucoma. That's true. Everyone does.
So what's new with you? What's new in Ordy's world since it's been a minute since we've done this particular show anyway?
Yeah, we haven't done this one in a while. I'm getting a little annoyed. I'm having a real hard time sending my verification so that way I can stay monetized. And I don't know if it's just because I've got so many fucking shields up on all my devices that I forget I have most of them up and it's blocking something that's preventing me from uploading my photo. It's annoying. First world problems. But when I finally get my first tweet that has over 1 million impressions, you're damn fucking right I'm going to get paid for that.
Congratulations. I did not know. I guess I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was the which one was it? That was my rant about everybody who's kind of hoping for the Civil War. It's not going to be front lines. It's not going to be an insurgency. It's going to be the fucking Troubles.
Oh yeah, no, I guess I did see that one.
Is the Wikipedia.
I guess I did see that one.
Whatever.
So. But yeah, because that's the one that brought my favorite chew toy into my life.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's still around.
He's still popping up.
He tried that shit with me for like a day, and then realized that I have a very, very engaged follower base.
Well, no, he's still doing.
And I love you all. I really do.
He's still
everyone
doing it on
who follows
thread.
me. I don't know why.
He's still doing it on. He's still doing it on your thread. Like there was somebody that was like last night was like he says a lot of repetitive things, and I'm like, yeah, the Chinese.
Oh, that's right.
The Chinese troll playbook only has a certain number of pithy comebacks.
You know what's funny is that was what actually brought that in was just some fucking what brought him in, and you can tell he's kind of how like when we get our common stalkers, they'd all start to show up at once, be like, oh hello DM room.
Yeah.
So you could kind of tell the first one to show up was trans suspension bait. And then if you're not familiar with that, that's where a alleged trans account will intentionally goad you into saying things that will get you suspended. And then there was another suspension bait account showed up. But the great thing is now that I can use retard as a comma, I don't need to say anything else. And that one showed. The other two blocked me when they realized that they weren't going to get me to bite. And that one's just stayed around. He's like the weak sperm in that DM room, just kind of showing up late.
Hey, it happens, I guess.
Yeah. No, not Amtrak versus Ordy this time. That's fucking train Twitter. Jesus Christ. Choo-choo Twitter is the worst. Because not only are they wrong, they're insufferable about it.
I mean, I think the thing that makes you the most interesting Amish person on Twitter is the fact that you keep finding all these weird subcultures. Because first it was the pineapple on pizza subculture,
right?
And then
that was just the food Twitter. That was just a food Twitter thing. That's like hot dog sandwich. Yeah, that was just
Yeah, but at this point, pineapple on pizza has kind of become its own little subculture thing now, though. So it's kind of a subgenre inside of food Twitter. But yeah, I was going to mention the next one that you just said too, because anyway.
See, there was that one. There was one of my favorite ones was vaginoplasty Twitter. That was a good one.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Okay. Then, if you don't know what vaginoplasty is, Google it.
Or Gig Idiot.
Or Gig Idiot, yeah. But yeah, I find the weirdest little subcults. I really do. It's fascinating.
But
I am.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I keep accidentally stepping on you. I don't mean to.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say you really do have like one of the most engaging and engaged followings on Twitter, because they and I have to commend you for that, because you do, and you've mentioned the few times that you haven't been able to and it's made you feel bad, but you literally do like go find anything anybody says to you and find a way to acknowledge it. I don't know how you manage to do that, because I'm like, I spend hours on this site and couldn't do that. I spend more time on this site than I should. But I'm also usually using it to try to write and everything else. And I'm just like, I don't know how you do that. But I'm really jealous that you do, because I have been intentionally trying to monetize it. And you're like the Leslie Nielsen of Twitter monetization. You backed into it and it's awesome. And I hate you for it at the same time.
What's funny about it is like everybody who replies to me, if they're a follower, friend, or even, just someone replying in the positive, if I don't immediately have a reply to it, I'll at least try to give it an acknowledgement, just like, hey, I saw that. Hey, thanks for acknowledging me, that kind of, and that's, and then the ones who come in looking for a fight, I'll give it to them. But no, I said it the other day that through my numerous suspensions, Jack cultivated the Twitter experience for me that he intended for everybody, in that I have distilled my followership down to a very active base. It's like of my followers, about 1,000, maybe 1,500 I can, reliably count on seeing in a week, is engaging me in some way. Yeah. And I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah,
whenever anybody gets salty on Twitter, is you and your 7,000 fake friends. We're going to put that to the test on you right now.
I didn't realize you were up to 7,000 now. Last time
I breached it with that tweet, with that million impression tweet.
Yeah, last time I looked at anything, you were still a little over 5, but that, like I said, that was still impressive, because I'm sitting at just under 10, and I can't get half the traction you do, and it makes me sad.
It's I don't know I can't tell you the secret, because I don't know why. I'm boggled by it. I don't want to spend the night talking about my Twitter feed.
No, I know.
But it's just it's amazing, and I don't deserve it, and yet I have it. So I'm going to use it.
Oh.
And so I know we didn't verbalize it. I said it in chat, and I know you and I kind of talked about it, but I wanted to actually say why I deleted that tweet, because it has been bugging me.
Sure.
And it bugs me that I tweeted it. And the reason why I deleted it is because I had made, I mean, it was funny to me at the moment, and I've said it on the show before, but I never actually tweeted it out, is that I'm the content creator, you're the content, Twitter pays me. And then I realized that was really too close to what I always said I would delete my monetization if I ever got to the point that I was clout chasing or engagement farming. And that was right on the edge for me. And I was just, you know what? This was too crass because I don't like talking about money.
No, I get it. I mean, and I understand. I understand
Yeah,
why
you
you
and I
did what you did, but at the same time, I was just kind of looking at it from a different perspective. But I actually never even got to see the tweet. I just responded to the dude that was being a dick about you deleting it, and have had a chew toy on my feet ever since. But anyway,
you show receipts. Your mom doesn't give receipts.
I mean, you know, I could give you a receipt, but your mom just writes.
Which the other
retard
thing
in
about that
crayon.
too, because I haven't been able to verify my monetization, I can't go look at my payment history until I do.
Oh, interesting.
So I couldn't provide the receipt. All I could have done was provide a receipt from like a month and a half ago when I was comparing it with somebody else who gets kind of the same engagement level I do. And I'm like, does this seem low? And that was when they went from, because neither of us got paid for like over a month. And then they stopped doing the bi-weekly payments and we're doing once a month. So we're just like, hey, did you get paid? No, did you get paid? You know, so it's kind of...
Yeah, I heard they were making a lot of changes with it. I just, like I said, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to the level that I have 4 million impressions a month, because there's like times that I will stumble into something and it will absolutely take off, and then I can't ever replicate it, no matter how hard I try. And I'm like,
it's not 4 million impressions a month. It's 4 million a quarter.
Well, it's actually 5 million a quarter. I don't know why I said 4 million a quarter, or a month.
Yeah, it's a quarter, because I've never hit that. I mean, I might this month, but I've never hit that.
But throwing that humble brag in there, I might hit the 4 million this month. Nerd.
Well, I'm at 1.5.
I know. I'm just teasing you.
Yeah,
just teasing you.
But yeah, I mean, all I can do is just cultivate good memes. That's most of it.
You do
every now and then you get a viral meme. I get more followers off just some stupid meme I stole off Discord than I do any fucking thing I type out. I mean, I can fart out the Declaration of Independence and get like maybe,
No, I've noticed. But the weirdest thing for me, and because I've been paying attention, what is kind of disconcerting for me is seeing people that I know that have like million and a half followers, and they'll put something out and it's been like 4 days and it has like 15,000 impressions. And I'm like, what the hell?
See, those are the ones I'll point out, because you'll get those that are like, they actually think that, they think that they can hide the fact that they've bought followers. And that's one of my favorite things to point out. It's like they'll have 20, 30, 40,000 followers and have like 7 likes on something from a post 2 days ago. Like, you have just bought shit followers, because your engagement to follower ratio is absolute crap. So, because is when you see somebody who has like 200 followers getting twice the likes and retweets as somebody with 30, 40,000, they bought their account. They bought their followers. You can buy followers cheap. It's the engagements that cost you money.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are people that the bellhop of CPAC was somebody that I'm pretty sure bought followers on both Twitter and Facebook.
He absolutely bought followers.
But, and the funny thing is, because I think I mentioned this on the show before, but I still laugh because he hasn't figured out that I made a new professional Facebook yet. So I can still see him, and he has call letters in his bio that he's not even on their schedule anymore.
She's still on K98. No.
Oh no, he was never on K98.
No, I know.
But anyway, yeah,
but that's something he would do.
Which the funny thing is, I mean, I remember when I was first starting to figure all this stuff out, and I figured out that We Are America Radio actually even existed in the first place. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, because they had all these really cool folks, and I'm sitting over here just figuring things out, and then the next thing I know, they're all pissed off at him because they're like, well, now he wants us to start paying for this and paying for that and paying for this. I'm like, I won't charge you for shit. They're like, okay. And the rest is history. It's like, if you want to kick me money, you can, but I'm never going to make you pay me anything. But
I mean, I don't mind.
he brought that war on himself because he actually poached one of my people and then got pissed off at me because Stacy and JD wanted to simulcast with me at first. They weren't even going to come over. They were just like, "Do you care? Can we run our show over here too?" I'm like, "I don't give a shit." And then Wayne was like, "They can't fucking do that, blah blah blah." And then they're like 3 weeks later, how exactly did he put it? Hey, Ricky, I don't even. He used to call me this weird ass fucking name. It was like Ricky Ticky Tabby or something, and he's calling me on the phone like, "Ricky Ticky Tabby Robinson, man, we need to talk because I know you said we could simulcast with you, but now Wayne is wanting to charge us like $20 a month for our airtime and charges for this and charges for that." He's like, "Can we just bring our show over to you?" I'm like, yeah. But the funny thing is I had that entire conversation sitting at because I was in the middle of covering our first convention that we ever did under K98, which was SRLC 15. And it was the first time it had ever been in Oklahoma City. So because we'd been up for a couple of years, I was like, yeah, screw it. I'll see if they'll give me creds. We've got some library if they want to check it out. So I submitted thinking they were going to say no. And of course I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I'm going to get to see all kinds of cool people. And then I was like, then I got there and they're like, dude, this is Oklahoma. Nobody fucking comes to Oklahoma. Why do you think you got press creds? Right. I'm like, whatever. So G winds up making the trip, right? So when he's in the middle of doing one of his interviews, I step away as my phone starts ringing. So I wound up coordinating everything for the Red Nation Rising radio show, which eventually came over to, and that's how I kind of got involved with Lou and JD and Stacy all at the same time in a bathroom during SRLC 15.
Was that when G was interviewing Bolton?
Yes. Yeah, good times, good times. I remember when I respected John Bolton. I think something has eaten his brain.
Yeah, well, you know, the one thing is when you rub too close to Trump, you get brain worms.
Maybe that explains.
I'm convinced that's. And the thing is that they're contagious too, because it's like, you know, look at all of MSM. Look at all the media itself. So one person went out to the media, went to CNN, and then infected the whole hive mind with brain worms.
It happens.
Well, you know. What are you gonna do?
I mean, speaking of brain worms, I have been rewatching SG1 because I got bored. So maybe it's different kind of worm.
Did we blow through commercial time?
We did. We got a late start though, so we've only got like 15 minutes left anyway. So,
all right, that's good.
I just figured we'd keep running because we got a later start than usual, and I know you have to work for a living now. So,
yeah. Damn it! Can't just be like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'll computer tech tomorrow."
Hey, at least, I mean, you did one trade off for another though. You've been able to do a lot of cool things since you got this gig. So,
continually, yeah.
Instead of going, oh, I can't afford that this month.
Yeah, and, you know, it's that, and you know, it's because I'm requested. It's like, hey, we got an event coming up. Can you send Ordy? Get everything set up. Absolutely.
That's because you're indispensable, sir.
That was Ordy wants another beer, but he's on iced tea tonight because I took a muscle relaxer instead. Because I am of the age that I can actually wrench my neck sleeping.
I was going to say, if you want to step
away
away
for a living and can't turn your head, that's fun.
Dude, I do this for 2 hours a day minimum. If you need to step away and grab something, you can do that without us taking a break.
I'm fine.
I just didn't want to push us any further out because you got to get up early. And
I appreciate it. No, I'm good to go. I just saw the time.
It's all good. I'm just making sure you didn't, you know, I don't want you getting all parched and verklempt and having to reach for your mute button and stuff. Trying to take care of my people, yo.
Yeah, that's a sign of a good producer. Keep the talent happy.
I try, except for Foo. She still wants color sorted M&Ms. I've kind of outgrown that phase. She's gonna.
What was the blue ones? She wanted the blue ones in her dressing room.
Yeah, it was blue ones. I think. I remember. I got her really good with that at first because she was trying to be a smart ass, and she's like, and I want this I want this person in the dressing room, and I want only blue M&Ms, and I want this, and I want that. So I sent her a bunch of pictures through DM and said, "Here you go."
That's when you send blue M&Ms to her house, like a lot of them.
If I could have afforded it at the time, I might have.
That's funny. That would have been great.
But instead, I just was a smartass and sent her a picture of blue M&Ms and a picture. I think it was like a Gucci purse or something. And
Speaking. Go ahead.
And she's like, nobody else has been that much of a smartass to me ever before doing this. I think I'm gonna like you.
Speaking of food,
And
how
then she
fun is
met
it
you.
to have Food Bar back? By the way,
It is awesome.
I had so much fun last Wednesday. Not that I don't have fun with you or have fun with Brad and everything. I'm just saying it was good because that goes back to like when I just started. So,
Oh no, I get it. You know, your first co-host is your favorite co-host. I understand.
always. But you are our first producer, so my first producer.
I'm the first guy that gave you a heart attack on a commercial break too. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was almost.
Now that we're restreaming on Twitter, we can tell these stories again.
That was almost as fun as telling Brad and Aggie that they had like 242 live on X last night, and I didn't. I told Brad saw it in the private chat in the restream, and Aggie never did. So when I said something last night, she's like, "I'm glad you didn't tell me that before."
Wait, where's that in the private chat? Hang on.
Oh, it's in the restream. It resets it every time I close it down, so it won't be in there anymore. I don't think.
Oh, okay. No. I was just talking about for ours.
Oh yeah, hang on, I can show you. There should be a chat button in there somewhere.
Well, I see the private chat, but
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
anyway,
That one.
I'll look later. Oh, yeah. I don't see a number in there though.
Well, no, it's because that resets every time
Never
you shut
mind.
the stream.
Never mind. No, that's not what it. Anyway. So, what are you watching?
Let's see. Well, I've been rewatching Stargate. Kind of, sort of rewatching, kind of watching it as I doze off when I'm not watching news crap because I have to do a lot of that now. And other than that,
having like 1.5 political shows. I don't have to be as political as I used to. I still am, but I don't. I don't have the pressure.
Other than that, tried watching the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte. Really happy that I haven't watched the third one, apparently, because apparently there are lesbian space witches in the third episode. I'm like, what the fuck have you done, Disney? What have you done? Why are you killing one of my favorite childhood things? It was bad enough. We survived the Christmas Ewok special. That should have been the worst thing this franchise ever went through. But no. Then we survived the prequels, because then they made 7, 8, and 9. Which made us not hate the prequels so much. And then
I'm nostalgic for the fucking prequels now.
That's what I was telling Andrew, and I talked about this because he filled in with me tonight because G's on hiatus, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to do for that hour. He's like, I can hang out. I'm like, cool. So we were talking about it a lot, and he's like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't watch Star Wars after the prequels. I said, you really need to go watch 7, 8, 9 because it'll make you not hate the prequels as much anymore. He's like, no, I will always have a burning hate for Jar Jar. I said, everybody has a burning hate for Jar Jar. I just don't think the prequels suck as much as I did before. Oh, but why? Damn you, Kathleen Kennedy. Why are you killing one of my favorite childhood things? But
holy shit. Sherry Curry is tweeting about Agenda 21.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, no. Okay, so it's like it's rare to see a musician, especially one from the 80s, right?
Yeah,
the Runaways. So, she's always been, since I became aware of her on Twitter. It was basically her pro-life, pro-woman sort of, classical feminism where, safe spaces for women and everything like that. Basically what all women want now, except for suburban liberal white women. But now to see her tweeting about Agenda 21, she has just gone fucking black pill. That's fantastic.
Oh, dude, I love her, and I'm really sad because she follows like half the people in chat lives now, and I'm not one of them. It's like, what the hell? Nobody likes me, man. Nobody likes me.
Have you tried interacting with her?
Yes, several times.
Because she followed me when I corrected her. There was a thread about punk rock, and somebody posted in the stylized A Anarchy GIF, and she said, "Why are you tweeting about Antifa?" And I kind of corrected her. It felt a little embarrassing for a moment, just saying, "Hey, you were punk rock at the time that this meant punk rock. This is anarchy." She's like, "Oh, I learned something cool. Thanks." And she followed me. I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen a few people that
She knew the hours I spent holding up her poster with one hand.
All right, sorry, contractually required now. Just saying, I have to do it.
Giggity, 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 let's have sex.
But yeah, no, and again, I'm mostly teasing. But yeah, she's somebody that I have looked up to for a very long time. And when I saw that she followed you, I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. And then she followed, I think the next one I saw she followed was Christy. And then I guess Cal included her in a Twitchy, so he got followed off of that. And I'm like, dude, I've been interacting with you for weeks. It's every time I see something, you just don't even notice me. Anyway, I'm over it now.
I'm having a hard time since you changed your Avi.
Well, yeah, that's honestly been throwing me off too, because I'm like, dude, oh, that's me. Shit.
I do that every season. When I change my seasonal buggy, who the fuck is? Oh, that's me. Who's stealing my tweets? I am. So anyway, you were saying you were watching Stargate.
Laugh so hard I started. Sorry, laugh so hard I started choking. Anyway, so yeah, watching Stargate. Watched the first couple episodes of The Acolyte. Other than that, TV season's kind of winding down, so I haven't had as much of like the regular, syndicated stuff that I watch. I had rewatched most of White Collar, and then I kind of got burned out halfway through. Like I think it was season. I think it was their final season. But I did see something that has me kind of nervous and happy at the same time. Apparently, they're thinking about bringing that show back with the original cast members. I have seen
that,
I think, and that could be kind of cool if they don't fuck it up. But
that's the great qualifier, isn't it?
Yeah, because they fuck everything up now. And it's just like they're talking about doing another Knight Rider reboot. And I'm like, dude, they fucked it up the last time. The only saving grace that show had the last time was that Val Kilmer got to play Kit. I thought that was awesome.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
And then it went weird. And then he got throat cancer and everything. And yeah, and that show just kind of went away because nobody was really watching it. But I mean, they've tried to redo that genre of show so many times. I mean, because they had, what was that show from, I think, the 90s? What was it, Viper? Where,
yeah,
they of course took the show car at the time and then made it a transformer, basically. So that was kind of the same thing with a different twist. And then they had the movies like Knight Rider 2000. Then there was, I don't remember the exact name of it, but there was one, and it was the predecessor to like UPN, where Babylon 5 and everything was.
Oh, that was what was that? That was okay, before UPN there was,
and it was back when they had like Time Tracks and then Babylon 5, and then there was that one, and Team Knight Rider, that's what it was. I don't know why that was so hard for me to remember.
I forgot about Team Rider.
But yeah, it was like a whole group of people on like future, like one was a motorcycle, and then there was the Jeep, and there was like 3 or 4 of them. But yeah, and I can't remember I think it was Primetime Entertainment Network, if I remember right, because I think it was spelled out to like PTE, and it was it was one of the first like low budget syndication things I had ever seen, because it was like that's the only thing they did was like one night a week for like 4 hours, and that was it. But that was how I got Babylon 5, and then like I said, the other ones that they were usually on, it was usually, I think it was either one night a week or 2. I don't remember, but I know they were the ones that ran them. But I don't know. But I was talking about this with Andrew today too. I think we have gotten so used to there being always on content that we just don't even really give anything a chance anymore. Because, and I think I talked about this with you recently too. Discovery season 5, in my opinion, is when they finally found their feet, which would make sense because
themselves from the Klingons in the first episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did, but again, you got to remember, first season of Star Trek: The Next Generation was absolute trash. Second season wasn't much better. I mean,
So, in fair, we've talked about this in the past. Usually, Trek takes 3 seasons of fucking exposition, so you understand the universe they're in, and then
then it kind of finds their feet. And the same thing was true with DS9. It really didn't get good until, they started getting into unfolding the whole Dominion conflict, etc. And they did a lot of.
They didn't get good until they started going other places.
Yeah. So there was a lot of exposition at first because you needed to understand Cisco's backstory. You needed to understand why he hated Picard as much as he did at first.
Dominion, or not just the war with the Cardassians. Yeah, there was a lot going on. You needed filler for.
But I think one of the reasons why some of the newer sci-fi isn't working is because they keep trying to cram things into 10-episode arcs, and it's just not enough time for people to get attached to the characters. Because Discovery Season 5 actually did not suck. If you haven't watched Discovery at all, I highly recommend you watch Season 2, and then you watch Season 5. Everything else can basically be left on the cutting room floor, because you don't really have to know a lot about what's going on between seasons. I recommend Season 2 because if you haven't watched Strange New World yet, you should, and that's how you get acquainted with that universe. But Season 5, which again, I think we talked about this on Juxtaposition, because that's when Season 5 is when they finally tied up a lot of loose ends with the progenitors, or whatever the hell they called them on Next Generation. But by the end of that season, they were 50 episodes in, which is around the same exact time that Star Trek The Next Generation found its feet. So I think this shorter season cycle that everybody's gotten into because it supposedly keeps costs lower, etc., is killing TV. Because now if you don't have them hooked within 3 episodes, they just don't give a fuck anymore. Because it's not worth them investing their time, because they can just go somewhere else and click on something else and watch it. So I kind of understand why they're doing what they're doing. But at the same time, it's keeping us from having good TV, because the only people that seem to keep anything going anymore are the ones with deep pockets that want to make everything about lesbian space witches. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's a double-edged sword, though, because on the other hand of that, we talk about this on Culture Shift all the time. We talk about how the Disney model is how you make crap, and before you release the crap, you blame all the hate that it's going to generate on racist misogynists. We saw a forum post about fuck off. But the Netflix way is to make a good show, and then by the time the 3rd episode drops, you announce that it's canceled. So nobody's invested in watching the other 10 episodes that were made, because they know it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to end on a cliffhanger that will never be resolved. And why invest your time in that? That's the Netflix way.
And both of them are equally fucking stupid. Because that honestly annoys me.
Jeff, to your point, hot Korean gadget campers produce better content than entertainment corporations.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I blame Jeff for actually paying attention to some of that shit now.
No, because that got me turned on to the other, my other thirst fetish is the Wild Berry, who does the stealth camping, and she's one of those campers like ounces or pounds, so she's packing it as minimal amount as possible, and but still great channel. But Yo-Yo Camp is also fantastic. No, Jeff's point in chat was that streamers playing video games produce infinitely better content than entertainment companies, and that's absolutely true.
I mean, that's why there's an entire network dedicated to those folks. And actually, the funny thing is there used to be several, because Twitch came out, YouTube tried to do something similar, and then there was one other group, and now Twitch is basically the only one.
Microsoft tried to do it, and it was like big news when they would poach. I mean, I remember back in the early days of Culture Shift, when they'd poach a gamer from one service to another, that was like big news. If it was like big gamer, and then you never heard of that fucking service again. And then the gamer would have to go back and eat crow on Twitch. Well, actually, Twitch didn't fucking care. They were still getting money. It's like, come back. We don't care.
Yeah, they didn't care. But yeah, the interesting thing is, because I haven't really ever messed with Twitch before, I've discovered there actually are new services over there, so I may eventually build us a channel over there. I have the name reserved already. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do.
Is Kick still hanging in there?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about it. I'm sorry, answering Jeff.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no, it's still a thing too, because according to Restream, it is anyway, because it's one of the things I can stream to if I choose to.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point too. Well, you could have just stopped after interface, Jeff. Rumble needs a better interface.
Yeah, I was going to say, After dealing with Rumble for about 10 days straight, yeah, you could have just stopped with Rumble needs a better interface. Because holy, is their shit complicated. Now, I will say we get much better traffic over there than we do YouTube. So I think I will take the interface trade-off for the heavier traffic. But still.
Well, Rumble has a very engaged user base because it's still, I mean, it's known, and there's a lot of content creators over there, but it's still like they're grateful for people posting stuff over there. So you get bumped pretty well. Yeah, if you do the work, Rumble will take care of you.
Yeah, well, it's like I was telling you the other day. Juxtaposition, which was actually, this was the first time that we posted to Rumble. We had, like I said, 145 raw views.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, for the first time over there, I'll take that. I mean, the only thing comparable was the week before, one of the Spreaker feeds took off on the YouTube channel when I was talking about the Trump verdict, and that one had like 200 over there. But that's the only. I mean, everything else over there is like 4 or 5 views, and I'm like, Then I come over here, and even the stuff that nobody's paying attention to gets like 30 and 40. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. That's a good thing to build up.
You know what I'm looking forward to when we hammer out the bugs?
What's that?
I want to see what Asgard North does over there. I think it'd do fantastic.
I'm honestly kind of surprised he's not over there yet. He can be.
No, I mean through the same way that we do, going through how we're doing it.
No, I know.
I just think on the rebroadcast, I think it'd do great. Or on the simulcast.
Yeah, no, I think it would too. But hey,
because that's a Rumble crowd over there.
Yeah, we're actually starting to get prolific enough that I'm starting to see our logo popping up in search feeds. I kind of like that.
Nice.
That's kind of awesome. We're taking over Rumble too, damn it. Slowly. Oh, all right.
Allergies.
No,
me. What am I watching? Thanks for asking.
That was going to be my question, but then you sneezed.
Sorry. Sneeze, cough, scoff. I scoff at thee. Yeah, I'm watching. Watching Warehouse 13 again. It's been a few years. Because we got talking about it on Twitter once or twice the last couple of weeks, and it's just such a good show. It really is, and I keep forgetting how hot Jamie Murray is.
Right.
Giant Kelly is an absolute smoke show. But yeah, no, it's just a fun, cute little show. And really deserves more credit than it gets. Well, if you haven't watched Warehouse 13, those of you on the other, I know our chat has mostly.
Oh yeah, Zelda. I know. Well, except for Zelda.
Excuse me, but those of you out in the inner tubes listening to us on the other place, if you haven't watched Warehouse 13, really do it. It's just a great show, and it's not dated really. It holds up pretty well. I mean, yeah, the cell phones are kind of cringe, but it's not as bad as watching Supernatural. Jesus Christ, you want to watch the evolution of cell phones over the last 20 years? Watch Supernatural.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I hear they're actually considering bringing that one back too. But I think that's because Jensen Ackles couldn't find anything else to do. I mean, I know he didn't want to go back and play Eric Brady on freaking Days of Our Lives. So.
You know what would be great is if they redid Beastmaster and put him in the role, or not Beastmaster. What was the TV show version of Beastmaster? That was on like the proto UPN too.
I thought it was
it Manimal?
I think it was called Beastmaster. I think even the TV version.
Okay, then there was a movie. I'm confused. There was a TV show and then there was a movie, but I don't think they had the same name.
Yeah, but no. Well, Manimal was the one where dude would like shapeshift into different animals, and that was So I know that's not what you're talking about, but. I know it's like right there, but for some reason I can't picture the name, and I'm not sure if I'm remembering the character from the movie or the TV show. So I don't really know.
See what I mean?
But yeah, anyway.
Again, what brought that to my mind was remember the quicksand thing last week?
Yeah, that actually kind of
everybody was referencing like Blazing Saddles and Princess Bride. One person referenced Beastmaster, and I got it. And I was like, "Fuck yeah." That's the best one of the group.
Yeah, I didn't do anything that specific because I was late to that party anyway. I'm surprised my response took off as much as it did because I was like, "Come on, man! TV Land saves lives. Lives. Every show from the '80s had quicksand in it at one point or another." We were trying to let people know.
I think they'd find a way to get, like Days of Our Lives or General Hospital where somebody get caught up in quicksand.
That has actually happened.
Was that?
That has actually happened on both of those shows.
Of course it has.
From again, sometime in the '80s.
We all thought it was going to be a much bigger problem in our lives than it actually came out to be. I'm disappointed.
I blame Pitfall. Pitfall is the reason why I thought quicksand was going to be a much bigger problem than it was.
Anytime anybody says that word, I hear the 8-bit Tarzan scream.
You too?
No, yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm watching Warehouse 13. That's
nice.
It.
Yeah, that's from like the.
I make it through about 3/4 of an episode or a whole episode a night because fuck, I'm tired.
That's from like the heyday of Sci-Fi Channel and USA though, back when they were like putting out good shit before USA went to mostly reality content.
You had so you had all the cast of pretty much every other Sci-Fi Channel show appearing in every other Sci-Fi Channel show at one point or another. So that was awesome. Then you had Battlestar Galactica, both Stargates, the ones that matter. You know what? That's not fair. I got to give Universe another try.
I tried. Don't waste your time.
You had Eureka and Warehouse 13. You didn't have all of their original programming being fucking Face Off. That got old after like the third season.
Dude, for me that got old by like the third episode. I am not a huge fan of reality TV to begin with. The closest I ever got to liking anything reality TV related was Duck Dynasty and Storage Wars. And Micro. Other than that, I could take all of that shit and just never watch it again. I mean, I know people.
I watched Storage Wars just because of Brandy.
I mean, I know people that have watched like Big Brother religiously since the day it started, and I'm like, why the fuck have they wasted almost 30 years on this bullshit? I can't do it. And then
the reason why I liked Face Off is that it actually required people to be creative. Creative people being creative, and it was actually fascinating watching the process. And then Jim Henson's Muppet thing they did was kind of cool at first, and then but yeah, Face Off the first few seasons was actually really good. And then they started to fall into the trap that all other reality shows do, where they try to gin up drama. It's like, it doesn't need to be drama. You have talented people doing talented things. Stop generating bullshit.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, that's what sells. I mean, that's why you have so many bigger accounts on X now just posting shit that's like, what do you think? And I'm like, wait, you guys get engagement pay to do this? You take somebody else's shit and say, what do you think about this? And you're getting paid for that? Fuck you. I'm actually trying to put out like shit here, like actual stuff here. And y'all are getting paid off of, wait, what do you think?
See, the thing is, there's always been engagement farmers, except they used to just do it for the endorphin high. Now they're doing it for the pennies.
Gotta get the pennies, yo.
It used to be likes for currency. Now it's currency is currency.
Well, now this is something that I guess doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't know if he put out a release as to why he was doing it, but I noticed it today when I changed over to the station account. I got a pop-up that said, "Hey, your likes are now private." What the hell? Why would you?
I got to explain that one. It's not that you won't see who likes your stuff. Okay, because that still shows up in your notifications, and you can turn that off or you can turn it back on if you want. The reason for it is because it was one of the tactics of cancel culture. They would go back into somebody's Twitter feed 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago, find something mildly controversial. No, it wasn't controversial at all at the time. And now, 10 years in the future, looking at it with, looking at a 2017 tweet with 2024 eyes, would try to get people canceled for it. Oh, you liked this racist tweet. Well, it wasn't racist when I tweeted it. You all made this racist. This was a perfectly benign opinion 7 years ago. You have made this into a thing. So that's why they did it. I mean, you know what? It's a small thing. There's more important things they could be working on, but that was pretty low hanging fruit. So it's hey, look, we're doing something to protect you. And generally, yes. I mean, look what they do to the high school kids. Oh, he liked this racist tweet. Again, wasn't racist when he liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense.
He's totally homophobic for liking this, or whatever, transphobic. I get confused with there's so many phobias now. It's like peanut allergies.
So, yeah, anyway, but that is true, though. How many freaking phobias do they actually have to have?
Just like how many allergies do there need to be? I never heard of fucking... What was that? Banana allergies. Until the good fucking terrorist sympathizers at UCLA put that sign up, and then all the Chad students went and ate bananas in front of them, and am I the only one who remembers that? That was only like 3 weeks ago.
I vaguely remember that, but sorry, I got distracted because I think I just about got scammed by somebody.
Okay.
I was like opening Facebook.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was opening Facebook and I had a friend request from Jimmy Fallon. I'm like, there's no fucking way that's the real Jimmy Fallon. And then I looked. I was like, yeah, no, that's not the real Jimmy Fallon. Like, I was cool enough. I was awesome enough that somebody thinks that I'm important enough to get a friend request from Jimmy Fallon. But, pretty sure he has more than 25 friends on Facebook. Just saying.
I'm not so sure of that.
Oh, I already found his real account. That's how I know it's not him. They tried to be slick, and it just looked weird at first because their picture is a picture of the check mark, and then it has him in the header. So at first I thought it was trying to tell me that I had a friend request from a verified account, and I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look great. So then I looked, and he had 25 friends, and I went and found the real account. It was like, yeah, content creator with hundreds of thousands of followers. Yeah, that's the right one. This one's not. Bye, buddy. Oh. Anyway. So yeah, believe it or not, we are over our scheduled time, sir.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. It went quick. And I didn't think I was going to be able to rally up. Well, I mean, I knew I was trying to rally up, but I didn't think I thought it was going to be like, 15 minutes ago, like, guy, I'm dying. Because it's fucking hot.
Making ball soup again, are you?
Making ball soup here.
We should just rename the show in the order in the summer. Ball Soup with Ordy.
Yeah, that's if I ever get around to doing my own show, then yeah.
All right.
So anyway, find me on Twitter as Ordnance Packard. Find me tomorrow night on Culture Shift with Brad Slager. And then that's it for me. That's it for me for the week. How about you? Where are you at the rest of the week?
Fucking everywhere. All right. So tomorrow, Rick Robinson Show, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern. We now do that one Monday through Friday, except for the first Monday of the month. Tomorrow night, be hanging out doing Jen and Rick at 10 p.m. Eastern. Friday night, Aggie time, doing He Said, She Said, still filling in for the incomparable Mickey Blowtorch on hiatus. Juxtaposition is on an off week, so I'll be back Sunday night doing America Off the Rails. Then we start everything over again on Monday, because my name's Rick, I'm a workaholic, and my last meeting's been forever ago. When I'm not doing all that, you can find me on most social media platforms at RowdyRick73 as a contributor on Twitchy.com, TheLoftusParty.com, and MisfitsPolitics.com, and as the executive producer of the Loftus Party podcast, which just dropped yesterday. Did I mention I work all the fucking time? Bye, everybody.
Talk about this more.
I don't want to. I don't want to Hail Hydra either.
Send lawyers, guns, and money.